We're way more powerful a lot of times than that we know ourselves to be. Part of what we deal with, I think, typically is monitoring our own negativity, because we have such a habit, along with what we were taught from little kids, about what is not possible and what not to expect. To be fair, loved ones, people who love us, in other words, who are teaching us when we're infants, they're really coming from a position of love because they want to pass on wisdom to us. But sometimes what they're passing on comes from very limited states of consciousness. See, their belief might be that you have to save up for a rainy day. Their belief might be that if you don't do this, you're going to get sick. Their belief might be that because the genetics of the family, blah, 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 you are also going to have to deal with blah, 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 blah. You might buy into that belief. And with that belief, you can create that for your own reality. It could also be that those teachers who are coming from a position of love are saying, be careful not to set yourself up to lose. Realize that grandiose expectations will never be true. Whatever those words of wisdom are, it's coming from a position of love to protect that infant so that they grow up in a way that the parent feels or the teacher feels is going to be most beneficial for them. Here's the thing, however, they know not what they do. Because when you come into this life, you come in with a desire to participate from a very high vibrational state. And you come in with an expectation of how you want to contribute to the world and also how you want to learn from the world. And so you come in with all of that. But first thing that starts to happen, you start to realize that if you act a certain way, some people aren't going to like it and they scold you for it. If you act a different kind of way, some people like it and they're going to praise you for it. The point is you start to get shut down by the teachings of other people. We talked about whatever you're doing in this moment is going to create what comes down the pike for you next. Because what you're putting out now is going to come back to you with a similar quality of experience. Similar quality meaning either it's really good or you don't like it at all. If you are in a bad mood, not feeling very good about things, then your body is in a state of contraction. When we had the Holistic Wellness series and we talked about what happens with the cells in our body and what happens with the communication system between the cells, we talked a lot about contraction and expansion at the consciousness level of the cells. So if you're not feeling good, you're in a state of contraction. And what happens is it restricts your energy flow and it makes your life difficult. But the converse is also true. If you feel really good, if you're in a good mood, you're in a state of expansion. There's nothing limiting your flow. You're going with the flow and you'll find that life is easy. So your mood has an effect on things to come. And I have this to share with you. That it's a really good example of what we're talking about here because it's important to keep the vibration high. That's the primary thing about creating what you want is to keep your vibration high. Because if you're trying to create something from a lower vibration, or if you're trying to, create something, well, I want this from a low vibration, it's like you're going to get that.